I should have gone home after my last fare. It was 2:47 in the morning, the kind of hour when every road looks rinsed clean and every traffic light feels like it is waiting for you personally. My app had already stopped sending rides. I was 2 blocks from my flat. Then the battery icon on my phone went red, and I remembered the charger I had left in my other car. That car was parked in the basement garage under Meridian Plaza. Meridian Plaza used to be a shopping mall. Now the upper floors were offices, the shops were mostly closed shutters, and the basement parking was cheaper than anywhere else in town. I pulled up to the entry barrier with rain ticking against the roof. The ticket machine was the only thing lit. The screen flashed, "Welcome back, Evan Lowe." Then the ticket printed before I pressed the button. I took it. The paper was warm between my fingers. Entry time 2:48 a.m. Plate number, mine. Level assigned B4. Occupants, 2. I looked at my passenger seat. Empty. I looked in the rearview mirror. Empty. The barrier lifted anyway. I told myself it was a software bug. Parking systems were stupid. Half the time they charged motorcycles as vans. So I drove down. The ramp curved under the building in slow circles. B1 had 2 cars. B2 had none. B3 was blocked by orange cones and a sign that said cleaning in progress, even though the floor was dry. At B4, the lights flickered awake 1 row at a time. My other car was parked near the lift lobby, exactly where I had left it 3 days ago. I stopped beside it and kept the engine running. That was when my seatbelt warning chimed. Not mine. Mine was clipped in. The warning light showed the back right passenger seat. I turned around. Nothing. Just the dark fabric, the folded child seat anchor strap I never used, and a pale reflection of my own face in the rear window. The chime stopped. Then the back right passenger seat belt slowly tightened against the empty seat. I got out so fast I left the door open. The garage swallowed the engine noise and gave it back to me thinner, colder. My spare charger was in the glove box of the parked car. I grabbed it, locked the door, and walked back with my eyes fixed on the ground. But when I sat down again, the parking ticket was no longer in the cup holder. It was tucked under the front windshield wiper, outside the car, on the wrong side of the glass. The lift lobby doors opened. Nobody came out. A woman spoke through the garage speaker.
Driver of silver Corolla on B4. Please proceed to payment before exit.
I froze with one hand on the gear shift. At the bottom of the damp ticket, a new line had printed. Second occupant unpaid. I drove to the payment machine beside the lift lobby. I fed the ticket in. The screen showed a black and white photo taken at the gate. My car from the front, my hands on the wheel, my face lit by the dashboard, and behind me in the back right passenger seat, a shape dark enough to be shadow, but shaped too much like a person. I hit cancel. The machine spat the ticket back out.
Do not cancel again.
Her voice was not robotic. It was a real woman, tired and close to the microphone. There is nobody in my car.
That is what everyone says the first time.
What does that mean?
It means you should pay for both seats and leave the receipt in the back.
How do I get it out?
You don't. You let it finish the ride.
The screen changed before I touched anything. Select payment type. There were 2 options. 1 occupant, $3.20. 2 occupants, $6.40. I pressed 1 occupant. The machine made a low error sound. Underpayment will delay exit. I pressed it again. This time the lights over B4 went out.
Please don't make it look for another fare.
I paid the $6.40. The receipt printed slowly, line by line. Plate number, entry time, payment accepted. Occupants, 2. Destination, home. I had never entered my home address into the parking machine. I folded the receipt with shaking fingers and walked back to the car. Every step echoed twice. Mine, then another, half a second late behind me. I stopped. The second step stopped too. I turned around. The garage was empty except for a cleaning cart beside the lift lobby. On the cart was a plastic bag full of parking tickets. Hundreds of them. All damp. All folded once. The nearest ticket had a name printed on it. Evan Lowe. Entry time 2:48 a.m. Occupants 2. Destination home. The date was tomorrow. I ran. When I reached my car, the rear door was open. Just a crack. Enough for the interior light to glow over the empty seat. enough for me to see the seatbelt stretched outward, as if someone had leaned forward to look between the front seats. My phone buzzed. The rideshare app had reopened by itself. New trip request. Pickup Meridian Plaza B4. Destination home. Passenger name Evan Lowe. The profile photo was mine, but the rating was not. 0 stars. I did not press it. The phone accepted the ride by itself.
Evan, listen to me carefully.
For the first time, I saw her behind the glass, middle-aged, hair tied back, one hand on the microphone, the other pressed flat against the window as if she wanted to stop me from seeing her face too clearly.
Do not look in the mirror while you drive up,
Why?
because if you see where it is sitting, it knows you know.
The back door slammed shut. I got in. I do not remember deciding to. My body just moved into the driver's seat because the only other choice was staying in B4 with whatever had already found my address. I placed the receipt on the back right passenger seat without looking. The paper did not land on fabric. It landed on something that exhaled. I drove. The ramp up from B4 to B3 felt longer than it should have. I kept my eyes on the concrete wall, on the arrows, on the yellow line beside the curb. The rearview mirror hung above me like a dare. Halfway up, the seat behind me creaked. A voice whispered from the back.
You always cancel at the same place.
My hands locked around the wheel. I did not look. The ticket reader at the exit pulled the ticket in. The barrier stayed down. The passenger must exit first. Behind me, the seatbelt unbuckled. The rear right passenger door opened. I stared straight ahead. Rain glittered beyond the gate. The street was right there. Normal traffic. A delivery rider. A bus stop. Something climbed out of my back seat. I saw its reflection in the wet hood of my car. Not enough to understand. Only enough to know it was bent too low, with one hand pressed against the roof as if it had forgotten how tall a person should be. The rear door closed. The gate lifted. I drove out without breathing. I made it home at 3:31 a.m. I parked under my block and sat there until the engine warning lights went dark one by one. The back seat was empty. The receipt was gone. Then my rideshare app chimed. Trip complete. 1 star. Complaint from passenger. Driver ended ride early. I deleted the app. I threw the parking ticket away. At 7:12 a.m. I found the receipt on my kitchen table. Dry folded once. Under destination, it no longer said home. It said return pickup confirmed. Tonight. 2:48 a.m. My phone screen lit up beside it. I had not reinstalled the app, but the map was open. The car icon was already moving toward Meridian Plaza, and in the little passenger count beside it, there were still 2 people in my car.